Hello and welcome everyone to Pentiment. It's been a while since I have streamed or really did anything on this channel, but I thought it was about time to start that up again, and I felt in the mood for it, and I heard about this game, Pentiment. It sounds like a curious, interesting, unique mix of different genres, has a very interesting art style from what I could tell, and promises a little bit of a murder mystery in medieval times. That is right up my alley, so I thought, well, may as well give it a try, right? It is on Game Pass, and I'm playing it on Xbox, so for those curious, that's where I'm playing it on the Xbox Series S. And yeah, I don't know much else about the game, but I think that it should be the fun about it, right? Just having something completely new, maybe a little bit of a different, weirder vibe to it than other things. And yeah, we'll just see if we can solve some mysteries. I also understand that there are a bunch of like choices to take and different backgrounds, so just curious to see how it goes and check that out with all of you. Hey Julie, how are you doing today? Have you tried this one out? Are you curious about this one? I feel like that would be maybe a game that could be up your alley, but then again, I don't know much about the game, so really just talking to fill in this intro time, you know? But let me know if there are any issues with the sound, if music is too loud, too quiet, voices, sounds, everything. If everything is mostly balanced all right, try to adjust it. If I can't, then tough luck for all of us. You're good, haven't, but I'm super interested in this game, but yeah, I don't know anything about it. Yeah, kind of feel the same. Like I just got some bits and pieces, like the general description, saw a couple of screenshots. I know the game is developed by Obsidian, who have a pretty good record, at least for my taste of games. So all of that just makes me interested enough to at least give it a try. And the beautiful thing with Game Pass is that, like, I can just try it out and see how it goes. Speaking of how it's going, let's get going and start a new game. New game. Easy read fonts. This game uses stylized fonts and writing effects that may be difficult for some readers. The easy read fonts option improves legibility by disabling some fonts and writing effects. Ooh. Honestly, while I do like the stylized versions, I sometimes struggle with those, so I think I will go with the easy read fonts, since, especially I feel like streaming, there are so many other things to focus on. If I then also have to decipher what is actually there that I'm reading, I think it might be helpful to go with the easy read fonts, and maybe that helps you guys also to help me understand things. But yeah, I do like that they offer that, because there are some games where, like, I get the artistic approach and like the idea behind it, but oftentimes if you really struggle through reading a document or something because it's really hard to read, that does take away from the fun. Pentiment automatically saves your progress as you play the game. I allow you to do that game. Stone. Oh, I can move the stone. Move stone, press stone. Up, 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 up. Doink him on the hat. Maybe I have to move the stone off the book. No. Doink. Doink. Maybe I don't know what I'm doinking. The game is already Way too advanced for me. Oh, okay, you have to hold it down and use it. Okay. First mystery solved. I'm the puzzle master. The entire game is just bonking that guy in the head. The game. Yeah, I mean, if now that is what I want from a game. Just boinking a guy on the head with a stone for like 100+ hours. Is the sound decent? Sound balance alright? Sounds good to you? Alright. I'll have to trust you on that. Don't give me math. I mean, stone boinking is okay, but don't give me some math equations. That's where the fun stops. Yeah, we have a wider range of emotion about the game so far. Went from best game ever to worst game ever. Well, that's how I drew mountains as well. Okay, Tassing, Bavaria. Okay. Show off my German skills here. An artist sleeps. An artist smiling. Okay, now I have to put myself into the mind of an artist. Can you do that too, Julie? Can you put your mind to the mind of an artist? The abbot said to me, Andreas. I need you to finish the commissions by the end of April. Artists don't sleep, that's true. So maybe it's already a contradiction, and we'll take a note of that. Maybe that will come back later in a mystery or something. Isn't that much earlier than you were expecting? Yes, he has told me and until the Ides of May. Saint Grobian? Asshole! And he's not going to pay you anymore, is he? He has no appreciation for the cost of your sweat. Socrates. The yield of labor should not be measured in coin, but in personal satisfaction and self-improvement. Personal satisfaction doesn't put much food on the table, though, does it? Prester John. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I said I would do my best to get it done by the end of April. Let's enter the crunch. With the discipline and mindfulness, you will persevere. If you don't kill yourself striving to meet the abbot's unreasonable expectations. What she said. What's the point in burning your candle to the knob for the idiot abbot's sake? Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as master await you. Okay, we'll go to Nuremberg. That's how you pronounce it. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. And you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterous. It's probably like that little what was that? The whole where that old lady tried to restore that Jesus painting in Spain, and it went perfectly. It was beautiful. That's how I imagine the little photo looks like. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Yeah, the Jesus potato. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. As are many things, I trust in Providence. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Look at us, we have a whole party on the boat. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. I feel like we look a little bit like Luckless, don't we? Like if Luckless shaves. Ow! At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. I think it has some Luckless vibe. Medieval Luckless. Watch where you go. Ah, they're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you, ragged boy. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. That's what I like to hear. Stepped on my foot again. Ah! Would you please stop? Rude. These are not fools, they're assholes. I give up. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. I do like this kind of stylized medieval painting art style they use here. Good morning, Ursula. She might be a little bit dumb. Time to get up. Wakey wakey, plague and bakey. Whatever the medieval version is. Okay, there are my quests. I can move around here. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Okay. We have a map. Oh boy, look at that. Oh, I don't even know. Oh, there. Okay, Outer Tessing. So we are at the Gärtner farm. So we are Andreas Gärtner, and we have the Johann Bauer farm, Franz Bauer farm, and Widow Kemperin. An old salt mine, a waterfall, shrine, charcoal. Someone who's called Abby lives to the north. Roman reigns and a mill. Okay. It's the Curacao Abbey. And we have Tassing itself. We have a mediocre wife right in the middle. Poker house. A printer. I'm not sure. Not sure if it's an actual printer or if they just call it printer. Our Lady of the Labyrinth. Forest. Okay. Cool. Probably will explore all of these. Brother Piero of Verona, artist of Chiasso Abbey, known for his kindness and helpful nature. Brother Piero is also respected as a master painter, socializing in works of extraordinary color. And we have a glossary. Nuremberg, free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center and city of arts, including printing. Okay, so the Drucker is actually a printer. And I guess that's us. Andreas Mahler. Or are we... Because Mahler means painter, so are we Andreas the painter, or are we Andreas Mahler? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. What's this? I really should clean this up. Boing, boing. We just got up. So maybe we just stay at the Gärtner's house. And we're just someone else. Let's talk to Ursula. And maybe she's a chick. Clara, okay. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Oh, quite well, actually. Thank you, wench. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Okay, we got some Lunchables. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye he liked from the almonds. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Okay. Otto stopped by? Yes, around dawn. Here you are, Andreas. Here I am. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. May the plague spare you. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we? Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? Oh. And if we raise it by 2 groschen? Okay. So, turns out, her kindness comes at a price. She's just a landlord after all. I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean. Okay, we're an artist. We can't just pay things. That's historically incorrect. Well, wait. Were these taxes unexpected? Peter says our taxes didn't go up for years, but ever since we've been married, it's just gone up and up. It used to be that if we didn't have the money, we could make payment in kind of some of our crops. The abbot stopped that last year. Now, if we don't get a good price from the miller, it's hard to give the abbey its share. I know it's not your problem, Andreas. Peter's too proud to ask you himself. Can you find it in your heart to help us? Oh, of course, milady. It's not a problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. Oh, God bless you, Andreas. And may Saint Luke watch over you today. Yes, Saint Luke Skywalker, my favorite of the saints. Speaking of Saint Luke Skywalker, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the divine office that Prior Ferring allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council requires it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients, and for my own sake. Wow, you're being commissioned to do Star Wars fan art? That's pretty a sick gig. I agree, especially if it's like officially licensed back in the day. I mean, that must be worth like a lot, right? And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose I'm pretty great. It does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after a little too much fun. Must be rather frightening, starting all over again. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. This will be remembered. Oh boy. Not many people get to decide that. Everyone remembers that. That is always a scary feeling in games. Everyone remembers that. I know there was a moment in, I think it was Wolf Among Us in an episode where at first, like, it was like very seemingly a pointless thing that you did, and then it popped up like everyone will remember that, and it was like, oh no, what did I do? Who did I kill? And then also there was a moment where someone was very drunk and you were in a fight with him, and then it actually popped up, he will not remember that, which I thought was pretty funny. Certainly not anyone in Tassie. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It is. It is my finest work. Good. It makes me glad to see some confidence in the men around here sometimes. Now, I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for support. I guess Drucker in this case is just the last name. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. But of course, milady. Until later, Clara. Can I talk to Clara? Oh no, that is Eva. I think she had the hots for that other guy that we mentioned. Hello, Andreas. Yeah, not very talkable. No wonder that she has no shot with the guys around here. Oh, that's, what is that? Yes. Okay. Let's just, leave the farm. Okay, we're outside. Who's that guy? Can I go to him? Can't go to him. Oh, Big York. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big York. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with a plow, and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Huh? This smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your Wanderjahre before you came to Tassing? Oh, were we in Basel? So in Switzerland. That would mean we know some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and the nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Okay. Flanders. Dres knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Or Italy. Andreas knows Blacker, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. I think we visited Blacko in our student years. Lord Blacko of Italy. Italy! Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Blacko and Sassy, wow, right? We had a little like we lived together when we were in university studying in Italy. It was a wild time. Italy, no wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. It's been enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. Okay. How long will it take? 10, 15 years. I don't think I have that long, Big York. What do you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Well, were we a hedonist? Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. We are craftsmen. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all of his time to his art. Are we a bookworm? Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Are we a rapscallion? Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Are we a businessman? Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. It's a wonderful word. It's a great word. Yeah, I'm not sure which one I want to pick. I feel like I'm between rapscallion, bookworm, and hedonist. Like, I don't really see him as the fighting type in my mind, but I kind of like the idea of him like pranking people and having like petty schemes. Not really the crimes and fistfights. Whereas here with the bookworm, I like the idea that he's like the typical medieval nerd, but I also kind of see him a little bit flamboyant, which leads us to the hedonist option. Maybe it's the hedonist. Maybe we're just like a social butterfly and just like to drink, party in Italy with our friends. Just tried all of the Italian wines. Sometimes just drank pure olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Just like people do in Italy. So I think we go with the hedonist option. Italian women are beautiful and the wine is exquisite. What do you think I spent my time doing? Just straight pasta sauce shots. Yeah. That's what they all do. That's how they celebrate. Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about it. Why not? Priests tell us to emulate the lives of the saints. I revere Saint Augustine, who said, "Lord, make me chaste." But not yet. If you say so, Andreas, I still think you're going to get in trouble with Father Thomas. Dork! Anyway, I have to get going. Dork! Let's go. It's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Poor Big York. Probably will die of the plague like all of these people here. Oh, who's that? It's Ill Peter! Oh no. Probably should stay away from him.
God bless you. Oh.
Andreas?
Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been god-awful. This town's gone to shit since my days.
Were things different when you were young? Thank you.
As different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Peshtar to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, and even if the White Lady's name was on our lips.
Ah. So what do we go with here? I love that they just call him Ill Peter. What of the old customs?
Oh, the kind that scare away witches and keep spirits from calling storm clouds over our farm. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tussing. My father knew that. Old Rannik Kemper knew that. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep traditions alive.
Like the old widow Attilia.
Yes, yes. He always hangs the door frame with lavender. Keep the spirits out.
Even if it doesn't help with spirits, it does smell nice.
I suppose. Just know it helps with ghosts and witches and whatnot.
I should go.
All right. God bless you.
Okay, so that's Ill Peter. So that goes to the town commons. And this goes to Sheepbutt. Can we talk to Peter? Andreas! There's no way I can remember all those voices that I do, by the way, so everyone will just go through puberty multiple times, probably. Henry Schmidt's smithy. It's so much smaller than the house he used at the Abbey. Well, can we talk to Andres? Hello, Andres. Well, who's that? Like, who are these people up there? Look like they're fighting. At least arguing about something. Those sheep, they're blocking all my paths. A real menace. Oh, what's going on here?
Martin, please, can you give me a hand here?
What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them.
Get It looks a lot like standing here and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sakes, help your cousin. You have to marry soon. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us, one of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. I can tell they block all my paths.
No, excuse me. I'll try to stay out of it.
Thanks. I'll probably take an hour or two to track them all down at this rate. Blood sacrament. Damn it, Veronica. What did I say about blasphemy?
Sorry, Mom.
Oh, look. There's something going on up the Steinauer's place.
Yeah, I saw these guys pointing and doing things up there. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich.
I don't know, Martin, but Lucky's giving him an earful. Nice. I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down.
Oh god, Johann.
Knocked two of a man's teeth out.
I don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. You think he's a noble? He looks really rich.
God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. What on, Hetty? Help yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now?
Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the rope, we need to get these sheep under.
Why is she dissing me? Like I'm just lanky. I'm like streamlined. I'm like a track and field runner.
Of course. See you later, wench.
Don't work too hard, Martin.
That's what you get for calling me skinny, lady. How do I get up there? Can I now go? Oh, that's how I entered. So here we have our backstory. We're hedonist and we were in Italy. Oh, here we have a whole bunch of people. I guess we can go through that if we have any questions about someone. Because that's a lot to read. Unless you guys have specific questions, then you can always go back to it, but... Oh, maybe I have to go this way. Church and Druckers. More sheep in the way. What? What's that? Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You're still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. We need to see the new woodcuts I have for the Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. That's a German fable. I didn't realize Father Thomas lets you print books in Italian. Italian, you. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from... Witchermania is running wild! Why do we have Witchmania? Well, let me tell you something, brother. Witchermania Oh god, don't say that, Andreas. We're less than days away from... days ride from Innsbruck. No need to get people around here all worked up about witches again. He's trying to protect people from Italians. Oh, can't blame him. You never know. Once those customs spread where everyone is just drinking pasta sauce and like having lasagnas in their beds and stuff like that, like you never know where a civilization might end up. Besides, don't talk about witches around Father Thomas. Just a bad idea. Good to know. Okay, no witchamania around Thomas. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Of course. Thank you. Great. I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later, alligator. Now, I want to actually check what Vespers is. I did hear that term before. Vespers. There we have it. Monastic hour at dusk. One of the major prayer hours. It is followed by supper. Okay. Those damn sheep. God bless Master Marla. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Everyone is stopping me. Good, Andreas. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Yes. I apologize, Father Thomas. I promise I'll make it this Sunday. I won't. You don't have to make a promise to me, but our salvation is contingent on the horses? Oh my! What a blessed day receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Marla, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rotvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Oh, now we have barons riding in on what basically looks like a donkey, but is supposed to be a horse, I would assume. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck. It was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm, but common to these alpine cities. But the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the patron. So we know a little bit about Venice, so maybe we can interject. Something is in my eye. That's a whole nother issue. How was Venice? So fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. Oh boy. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian, in particular, is a god. No offense, Father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kiersau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. Great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia CIA. He was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating detail about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot, and I have come to check on its process. Oh, my lord, you have come to see your manuscript. You should speak with young Master Mahler here. Oh boy. I'm not work. If he wants to address us as master, he certainly can. So, it is an honor to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's helping in the Abbey's scriptorium. Nuremberg artist working in an Abbey scriptorium in 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Oh, of course, my lord. I would be honored. Wonderful. It's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the abbot's table. Did the abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We will see you then. So now we have already 2 supper invitations. We are popular. Miklaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mahler. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not be a master. Are you maidenless? No, I am not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my fathers and brother. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him, did you? You must tell me. No, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend a university? You seem very well educated. No, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems He is well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Oh boy. Now we have to... So we could have studied theology. Chris has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. I think since we already took the hedonist route, maybe not our subject. Then we have imperial law. Andreas knows the basics of the fractured systems of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Or medicine. Andreas is familiar with the basic human biology, medicine, and illness. So, I think it's law or medicine. I'm just not sure which one I want to pick. That is a tough decision to make. Medicine. I think we studied imperial law. I think that fits. Law, I suppose I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. Never had much interest in the subject, honestly. But dull for my taste. And that's why we didn't get our doctorate. It was too dull. Besides, the Empire is such a mess of jurisdictions. Bavarian law, Rhenish law, or Franconian law. Nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than earn it myself. Celia.
You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again.
Oh boy.
Curse you, Lawrence! Rotvogel! Hengster's dogs tearing you to pieces would be kind of the fate.
Okay, he's very popular here. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Something is afoot. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Did you have a favorite subject? Ooh. Okay. Could be a Latinist. Andreas has a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. He can also easily recall sententiatique, quoted words of wisdom from the Roman Republic Empire. Okay. Logician. Andreas instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it. It is adept at spatial analysis and can easily perform complicated calculations in the set. No, math. Orator. Andreas is excellent at rhetoric in university. He's a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. I feel like that might work well, especially with our background in law. Occultist. Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Heavens and Earth. Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movement. He is also familiar with various plants, animals from study and personal experience. I think we go with Orator. That works well with our law degree. The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric. Ah, I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. An occult lawyer sounds hilarious. I agree. I was tempted to do, but I was tempted. That was my second choice. True, we have less use for public discourse than senators in the Roman Republic. Exactly. The doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind towards Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your argument, then arrange, style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid. Though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practically as easily in the streets of a rural town as in the Curia of Rome. Well put. In your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? See, we can be an occultist. So we can. Okay. So we are an occultist lawyer who was also a big party boy in Italy. That's our character. I used my access to university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. Oh, esoteric how? Mystical text, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination. Purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Ficino's Corpus Hermeticum, and my interest only deepened from there. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you more on this topic during my stay. Please be discreet about it, my lord. Yes, that's why we will talk about it later. Alright, okay. Ah, there's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Curacao at all? My family have been patrons of Curacao for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago I heard that Curacao still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript productions, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Well, there's not much left of it these days. 2 old men, a young scribe, and myself. Ah, well, perhaps it is nostalgia that brings me back here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the process. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the word, but no. I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. Oh, venerable. He still has his wits and skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero is an incredible talent with color. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. Alrighty. Miklaus, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the Abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are spared. Oh, we have an... I also installed another game. Yes, thank you for informing me, Xbox. The church closed most of the centuries ago. But then Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seemed to recognize you. We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Gotta go and do some work stuff. I can't have a stream on in the background for it. Have a lovely rest of your stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope work stuff goes well. And have a good day. Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I am Lawrence Baron of... Yes. The Baron of Rotvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah. If you say so. I am not good with the remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Okay, he's just raiding the kitchen. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Why are you taking this out of me? It's not my problem. Shit, should have asked him about it in advance for the gardener's taxes. I know, but like that was like a terrible timing. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. Find a way to get paid. It's the shrine. I don't want to talk to the nuns. See if I can find out more about the Baron and why everyone hates him so much. Because, like, as far as, like, from what we could tell, it doesn't seem like he was so terrible. Ah, feverfew. It always smells so fresh. That and its juices are especially good for hangovers. Okay. Got some hangover cure. Prior's house. Okay, Cecilia. So she's the one that was familiar with the Baron, I think. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? I noticed that you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron. What concern is it of yours? You said much and say nothing. And now I will say even less. Good day, Andreas. Yeah, that wasn't really helpful. We may not be the smartest lawyer, but we are the occultist lawyer. This door must lead into the rest of the convent, not from me. Matilda? God bless you, Master Marla. Sister Matilda, how are you doing? Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work. Ah, forgive me. Sorry to bother you. Thank you, Master Marla. Yeah, I guess. The sisters certainly keep their garden well tended. Oh, we have a cat. Oh, the little mouse finger. This means mouse catcher. Definitely pet the cat. That is great. What do we have here? Sister Gertrude dries and stores all of her herbs here. Okay. Is that Gertrude? No, that's Sophie. God bless you, Master Marla. How are things going in the nun's kitchen? I mean, no offense, Master Marla. I cannot speak with men. Ah, my apologies. God bless you, Master Marla. And you as well, sister. Ah, the many-petaled cinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a wheat. Tessing is lucky to have so much woundwork naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. A painting of Hildegard of Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favorite. The doors into the convent are locked to the outside, men at least. Okay. I want to check if and talk to her again. Maybe find out something else. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. There's something I can help you with. No, Bible. Okay, nothing else. I also may have to drop the voices. It's just killing my voice. Could go in the shrine. Let's do that. Oh. Okay. Bunch of ladies here. Oh, that's Gertrude. She's the one drawing the herbs. Well, bless you, Master Marla. How goes your work at the scriptorium? Very well, thank you. Oh, then I guess I wouldn't be interested. You would be interested in the saffron Agnes Steinauern received yesterday. What? Saffron, really? Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at the Alberts. Maybe you can convince Prior Fanning to get some for your yellows. That would be nice. Good to know. How's Mousefinger? He's around here somewhere, hopefully getting to the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does. Until later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of Saint Santia one of these days. Lisbeth, God bless you, Master Marla. Margaret, God bless you. Brother Piero? No, wait, it's Master Marla. Thought you couldn't see, Sister Margaret. During the day, I can see some colors. How did you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell of the pigment you use. But you are taller and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds. Oh, that's old linseed oil, popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. I'll ask Sister Gertrude about it. Oh, ask Sister Gertrude's herbs coming up. It's too early to tell. Most of them won't be grown until May. Still working with herbs suits me. Have a good day, Master Margareta. God bless you, Master Marla. There. A reliquary containing the hand of Saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lands. Brother Matthew maintains the shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. Okay. Okay. Seems to be it here. And we have the lower abbey there, the church there. The cloister there. Enter the church. Rüdiger. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rüdiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. Crypt, the tower. Dormitory. Old Bailey. Sacristy. That's Matthew. God bless, Andreas. How is your sacristy going? Matthew. The same as yesterday. Does my vacation seem silly to you, Master Mala? A little. Your calling is in this world, Master Mala. Mine is here. Even if you find keeping order in this place foolish, the Lord does not. God be with you. One more thing, I have a favor to ask. Yes, Andreas? I was hoping that you could give me my pay for the latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gernot. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. I only have a few pages left, Brother Matthew. I'll finish them in the next few days anyway. I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. This epi runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for Kiyosawa, but for Tessing as well. The matter is pressing, Brother Matthew. For the love of another Christian, I beg you to make an exception. Very well. Do not ask of me again, Master Mala. Okay. Here you are. I shall not note this with Father Gernot and Prior Faring. Thank you, Brother Matthew. Okay, so we were able to convince him with our hedonist background, so to speak. God bless you, Andreas. Okay. Alright, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. I'll give it to her directly. What is it you think you're doing, Master Mala? Stare innocently. Stay away from the sacristy. No, you're not allowed in there. No, me? I'd just like to take a peek where I'm not allowed. What a uniquely fascinating and endearing trait. Stay out. Of course, my apologies. Thank you, Master Mala. Fine. Okay, we have the Old Bailey. There's so many places to go. Oh, that leads to the scriptorium, so we definitely have to get there. The workplace. Prior's house. Oh. What is that? A Volvel. I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracks. What is this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. The outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Oh, now our occult lawyer stuff comes in. Greek, Latin, and element symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interest fashioned this. A quarter turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. And that reveals different set of letters underneath. I wonder what it's for. A cipher of some sort? We need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here. Okay, interesting, but our skill in the occult definitely helped us with that already. Okay, I don't want to go to the scriptorium just yet. I just want to look around a little bit. The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. Let's get, that one goes to the cloister. Can I go down? Yep. Animal pens. A monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Who were her descendants? Jesus, that's a creepy-ass monument. Okay, let's go to the animal pens. Maybe we can pet a donkey or something. Goes to the large garden. Saw a dude here. Who's that? Folkbat! Hello, Folkbat. Abattoir. Let's go to the large garden. I kind of just want to get a sense for the area. Kitchen and cellar. The factory. Wonder what recipes the brothers have for peas. Cloister. Chapter house. I think we're in the first chapter. It's the Abbot house. Wonder where the Costello house is. There's a... Oh, Mirabilis. Let me pet the dog. Who's a good boy? Yeah, who's a good boy? Well, that's Gernot, okay. And that's Ferenc. Andreas. Lower Abbey. Okay, so they don't really talk much with me right now. Which is fine, since I'm mostly just exploring right now anyway. There's something down there. There we go. These cucumbers growing quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten will be pickled. Okay, we can go in the kitchen. Check it out. Why not? I want to do something. That goes to the cellar. Lucas. Hello, Andreas. How goes it in the kitchen? Is Brother Voislav working you hard? Not too bad. Brother Voislav is nice to me. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior who make things hard. How so? I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way, and I'm not that good at cooking yet. I'm sure Brother Voislav will teach you well in time. Brother Adok complains about his food too, but he complains to Brother Voislav. What does Brother Adok know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall. I don't even know where that is. It's a land to the west, across the sea, where all they eat is fish. Sounds miserable, but that's always what he complains about, the fish. He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose your heart, Brother Lucas. Thank you, see you later, Andreas. Until later. Okay, Lucas seems like a good boy. Factory. Oyster. The corner here. Oh, that leads to the cloister. What's this? When the brothers eat their meals, this is where the lectors read to them. Back to the large garden, the factory, cloister, chapter house. Let's go in here. Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful. It's quite something. Okay. Same goes to the cloister. Okay, back to the cloister, I guess. Infirmary, Upper Abbey. In the infirmary. Saint Luke, the patron of artists, is also the patron of healers. Florian. Oh, bless you, Andreas. Brother Florian, how are you? The brothers and sisters are well, so I am well, thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Klaus Drucker lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from Bologna soon. Quite interested in it. So, the Drucker guy is the guy who invited us to supper. Sai leggere l'italiano? Can you read Italian? Ah, no, little Italian, and my Latin is not as good as I would like. I was hoping Brother Piero could help me with it, if he has the time. I'm sure he will make time. He's a patient teacher. That he is. I will see you later, Andreas. I like that we flexed our Italian a little bit there. Most of the medicines were made by Agnes Steinerin, with some help from Sister Gertrude. Okay. There we go. We can go to the Upper Abbey. Monastery Aquarium. Goes back to the church. We're in the church before, so... Arch Garden. Courtyard and Lavatorium. Were we in here before? No, I don't think so. It's quite nice. We do that right now. The factory. Who's that? Sabat. God give you health, Master Mala. Brother Sabat. I'm surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. My bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rodolph's generosity earlier. He showed me such kindness to our priest at the Council of Constance many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mala, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, I may still be around. I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. Townsfolk? I'm accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with a baker and his wife. Ah yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. I offered to tell the story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. Can certainly make time, so another person who invites us for food. Thank you, Andreas. Look forward to it. It'll give you health. Okay, let's check out the refectory. Oh, we were in the refectory before, right? Kitchen and cellar? Yep. Goes back to the church. Dormitory. Church. Old Bailey. Cemetery, we were there. Kitchen and cellar. Okay, so that kind of loops around. check out the cellar. Oh, bad guy. Boys love. Morning, Andreas. I was living with the Gabners. It's great. They're a lovely family. Laura's a good woman. She looks after Big York and Eva like they were her own. They're both almost fully grown. True, I suppose it's less that they need looking after, more that she cares to. Little Ursula is in good hands. Anyway, if I don't see you around the Abbey later, maybe I'll see you in Tessing tomorrow. Until then, okay. He's just chilling here in the food center. I'll blame him. Or just snacking on some sausages. Oh, actually, there was something else. The Upper Abbey. Oh, I see. Okay. Aquarium. Just singing. Then we have the crypt and the tower. Go down to the crypt. Foundation of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land, not long after the death of Christ. These two markers go back centuries, all the way to the founding of the abbey. Abbot Dietrich from the height of Kirsau's power in the 14th century. Those days have long passed. Investigate. Lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. Yeah, what's with the key? That was it. I want. Cryptic solutions. Oh, okay. Ah, secret entrance to the library. I have to remember this. Okay, so we have a secret entrance to the library if we ever need that. And I assume at some point we will need that. That's good to know. Let me ring the bell. Okay. I think it's time to then go to... Yeah. Go to the scriptorium. But I think before we do that, I will take a very short break, just grabbing something to drink, and then we will continue with Pentiment. So far, really enjoying the game. Hope you do as well. Let me know what do you think of it. I really like it. It's a cool style, really is unique in that way, and I kind of like the way that we kind of created our backstory and are now doing things. I assume some things will happen because, like, in the game description it talked about like a mystery and all that, so we already found like a hidden door, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just a couple of minutes, then we'll be back. And I am back. There have been some frame drops and connection issues the last couple of minutes, so I hope it stabilizes. Otherwise, we might have to cut it a little bit short today, but right now it looks fine again. But now let's head into the scriptorium, our workplace, and see what awaits us here. Guy. Good day, Andreas. How's your morning going, brother Guy? It's fine. More contracts for the abbot. Which would you rather be making, contracts or manuscripts? Honestly, I don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you? The abbots and the priors both. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. I'm never going to see Burgundy again. I need to make the best of the next 40 years. And I'll leave you to it. Okay, so it's probably Guy instead of Guy. God bless you, Andreas. How are you feeling today, brother Adok? Aw, Mill? Aw, Mill, that's easy. I'm well. Well done, my son. It is early. I will give you a harder one later. Look forward to all of your anagrams, brother Adok. Oh, so he sometimes throws out some anagrams. Literal nut. Ah, yes. Until then. Literal nut. Okay, that's brother Piero. We heard about him. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big York Gärtner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Edok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Do not forget, brother Guy, the fate of the youth who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, brother Adok? I'm comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord, in his ineffable wisdom, may choose to strike down. Brother Guy, please show more respect to brother Adok. You're being mean-spirited. Stay out of this, Andreas. The old fart can defend himself well enough. I need no defense against the likes of you. God protect his faithful against the Inquisitus. Inquisitus? I don't know. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lawrence Rotvogel had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Ferenc is desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rotvogel. It's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. Shameful. Oh no, Baron Rotvogel, his manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course, that's why he's visiting. He showed us. That's why he's here. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Wow, this Guy guy. This Guy guy. Someday you will stand where Piero is, and the young monk will stand where you are now. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like everyone else. Andreas, Baron Rotvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freising. Kieso is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Ferenc isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Okay. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Inda Mauer manuscript. Zendaya? What do you want, Andreas? A book, the Indamar manuscript, the Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? No, because I was dreaming about you. Liar. Did I just get the book? Ah, that's all that way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really, my feet hurt and the stairs are too steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs to help find a book and I don't know where it is. Poor Illuminata. Andreas? This is Illuminata. I'd like to borrow the Indamar manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. Oh, nice. Okay, she already helped. Oh boy. Brother Piero, he looks like a mess. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Yes, the composition is lovely. There is a joyful spirit in your arrangement of figures. The contrast of colors is quite nice, rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. Is that all? An excellent interpretation of someone else's work. Brother, you know I don't like doing more work than I have to. I'm not saying you should do more work, but suggest that there should be more of yourself in the work. I didn't know there was room for me in there. It is inescapable. We all put ourselves into our work, whether we realize it or not. What does this painting represent? It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage and on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gernot. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted, but it's not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in the most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for the truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in the future generations, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into it, into your lines, and pain to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need to not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of an old monk. There's no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Does that make you sad? I admit I'm still fond of the old styles of lettering and illuminations, but even in my youth I knew it could not last. The creation of books of art is no longer the province of monasteries, so be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in doing so be brought to truth. I think there will always be a place for artists like you, Brother Adok. I'm not getting into it with Brother Guy. It's kind of you to say, Andreas, but you need to not to be concerned for me. I've lived a long life and happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I'm ready. Okay, so time has passed. Is already Tense. Too much talk, I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. Oh. Oh, that's where he's using it. Oh, that's where he's using the little puzzle thing. What's going on in there? Well, I have seen that there were quite a few frame drops, and the connection seems to be a little unstable. This is not really on my part. I think it's a YouTube thing, but I don't want it to be annoying. And I think this is also kind of a good place to leave with a cliffhanger, since we now seen him work with that little cipher thing that we looked at earlier, and yeah, time has passed. I'm enjoying this game so far. Kind of like an interesting, cool take on things, and I'm sure the mystery elements will increase as well. I'm kind of curious to find out what that Baron is all about, since everyone is very, very upset about him in town. Nobody really likes him, but to us he was kind of all right, right? So he wasn't too weird. So we'll have to see where things go. I may be streaming tomorrow again, enjoying this. So maybe tomorrow, roughly around the same time, we'll continue with Pentiment. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the game, if you enjoyed the stream, please leave the video and the stream a like. Maybe also leave some comments and stuff like that. You know how the algorithms work. It's you know, helps out a bunch. If you want to see more stuff in the future, also consider subscribing to the channel. That helps out a bunch too. And I will be back with more Pentiment and our life as an artist with occult lawyer backgrounds. Until next time, have a great time. Bye-bye.